Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I am returning to you again today for the next Falling in Reverse album review. And this is for Just Like You album review. So I'm gonna discuss through this album review and let you know what I thought of this record. Now, this is their third studio album, and what I'm gonna say real quick, finally we got something very good from them. Ugh, it's a relief that this album is much better than their first two, because I was about to get very disappointed, because just I would have just been crushed if this album sucked, but it really didn't. Um, Discussing through the tracks mostly, Chemical Prisoner was I could really feel for this track. The kind of sensation in the song and the just mostly how you feel about the song. It just when you go about it, it's really good. It takes your breath away mostly, this song, with Ronnie's voice in it, ranging from different levels. And I'm kind of glad they cleaned up their act for this for their newer records, because they were starting to head downhill after Fashionably Late. Fashionably Late was one of their most worst records I've ever heard. But this one beats all their albums. Definitely. Um God If You Are Above really talks about religion and feeling like he lost faith. That Ronnie lost faith in God or something. But he's preaching in this song mostly. But it was a good song. The drums in it were great. The guitars in it were very catchy, following the pace of the drums mostly too. So the first two tracks were like very good, very spot on. But when it got to Sexy Drug, it got very quirky and a little too much for my taste to really enjoy it, but it was not a bad song. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5, but it wasn't a bad song. Um, the depth behind this album, like, it blends very well with each track, going through most of this record. That's what I appreciate this Fallen in Reverse doing. Blending almost each song together to make it a whole record and make it very good. They really did a better job on this record, I think. And I'm kind of glad they did, because I was starting to hate their music. But their newer stuff, it's much better. It's much better than their older stuff, because it's throwing you into a new vibe, a new feel for their newer stuff, and it's more enjoyable than their old stuff. Just Like You, the title track, it's kind of a silly song, but it was not a bad song. I actually did enjoy it. It's kind of silly and somewhat messy in some areas, but I can forgive that for this song, because it did a great job in the chorus breakdown singing, "I am aware that I am an asshole. I really don't care about all that though." So it's kind of a fun song to really enjoy mostly, but it did a great job. Uh, Guillotine 4, the final chapter, was like a banger song to really jam out to. And that was a spot on, splendid track. I really enjoyed the screams and Ronnie's voice in this song. His screamo voice just brought out a new reason why I really enjoyed it mostly. it's just a good song. Stay Away kind of had a few issues with its melody, and somewhat of the kind of vibe I was getting from it was kind of off, but it wasn't a bad song. I gave that a 4.5 out of 5. Wait and See was it was same rating, 4.5 out of 5. It's not a bad song, just little too much in certain areas. The rapping in it kind of brought the rating down a little more. And then it dives into the screamo voice of Ronnie screaming a little bit. And it brought life back into the song a little bit after its rapping stuff, because he raps a little less in this record, which I'm kind of glad they don't go for that much. With their new songs, they do, but the new songs are really good. Bitter End was kind of my least favorite too. It starts with the screamo part, which kind of does give you an earache a little, but it grabs your attention and pulls you into the song and just doesn't let go of you. You just have a good time listening to it, even though it starts with the screamo. You get surprised with that. You're like, whoa. Like, I didn't expect that happening. But overall, I'm just gonna say Brother was my favorite song off this record, and Chemical Prisoner was my favorite too. Just Like You was another favorite as well. I like Chemical Prisoner, Just Like You, Brother, and Pray. Those were my favorite songs on here. Everything else they did good, but they were not bad tracks. So out of 10, I'd give this record a good 8 out of 10, because it actually didn't do a bad job to entertain me. Comment below, let me know what you thought of Just Like You by Falling in Reverse if you've heard it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. I will be returning to you tomorrow, I believe, for the new Bring Me the Horizon track review. And that'll be for Medicine. So I'm kind of pumped that this song's almost gonna be released soon. So I'm really happy that we're getting a new song from them soon. But thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one.